Hi, good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. For me, it is currently Wednesday, and you know what that means. It is plant care day, and honestly, there's a lot to do today, so I'm not exactly sure what else I'm gonna be doing today. The tomato plants are like all of a sudden growing so much. I'm really excited to show you them because they're getting really huge right now, and I don't know why. I'm also really excited to show you the basil plants and just everyone because they're all doing so well. But yeah, that's gonna be probably the majority of the video. I also would like to finish finally sewing those pants. I only have that one little pocket to do. I'm also gonna take the elastic out of the ankles because that is really uncomfortable, and just kind of like sew the hem, I guess, of the pants so that way it won't fray. But I'll be able to use my new sewing machine on that I got for Christmas, which will be exciting. But anyway, yeah, the main thing is just taking care of my plants, and I will show you those guys in a little bit. But right now, I just wanted to say good morning, and I hope you're having a good day so far today, and I'll see you in a little bit. That took a lot of time, but all the plants are now cared for, and these are the two tomato plants that I showed you yesterday. This is the little guy with roots, and this is the little guy that I just put into water that didn't have any roots. That was in soil yesterday that I am now starting to propagate. As you can see, I'm doing so much better. The little one is strong again, and it's not all wilted, and the leaves aren't weak. So yeah, I'd say that was definitely the correct decision. But up here, we have quite a bit of an update. These two little tomato plants, the one back here and here, are not the healthiest, but they're doing well, which is good considering like how they started. They're doing pretty okay. And then this little basil plant is starting to get a new leaf, which is super exciting. No update on the pepper plant seeds. This tomato plant is super healthy. It's starting to grow tomato flowers and everything. Like, yeah, that little one is doing so well. And so is this little basil plant. But this little basil plant back here, I don't know if it's going to be okay, honestly. It's kind of not doing the best, but it's okay. I'm hopeful that it will be all right, but I'm not sure. But yeah, the other two are good. And then over here are the petunia plants, which you know because they've been around for quite a while. This little one doesn't have any flowers this week, but this little one back here has so many flowers. I mean, like, look at them all. I'm not going to trim her because she doesn't need to be, but yeah, she has so many flowers this week. And then the zinnia plant. Look at these leaves. They are so healthy, and I don't know why. I mean, like, it's incredible, and I'm super grateful for it, but like compared to these leaves, I have no idea what the difference is, but they're doing really, really well all of a sudden. I'm really curious what these two flowers are gonna look like because they're so healthy. And these ones I think are because of the bug issue. That's why they're not super healthy. But this is the flower that was top heavy that I told you about yesterday that is using the wall to lean on. I'm gonna trim this little one probably down to probably right about here is where I will trim it in just a second, and then I'll trim this little guy back too because those flowers aren't very healthy. But otherwise, this little plant is finally starting to get super healthy, which yeah, I am so happy about. And then this is the little money tree that's over here as well. And then over here I have the ficus plants. This is the one that was the top of the plant. I'm covering a bug sticker with my hand if you're wondering. But this is the ficus that was on the top of the plant. Oh, and that's where I put the little dragon from yesterday. This little one I definitely think is going to be okay because it is super healthy actually. This one I'm kind of concerned about because it's kind of like, it's a little bit wrinkled on the stem, and that's very concerning, but it might just take longer to get healthy. I'm not entirely sure, but it's still mostly okay. It's just not as healthy as the other one, so I'm still hopeful, but I don't know if this little one's going to be able to grow roots or not. This plant is my healthiest tomato plant that I currently have. Look at all the tomatoes that are on this little one. I don't know if you can really tell, but there's like, I don't know how many actually are on here. Hang on, let me count. There are currently 15 tomatoes on this plant. So yeah, this little one is super healthy, but it's on the floor because it was the only place where it would stand up when it wasn't next to the plant light on the counter. But I'm gonna put these little guys back onto their homes. I just wanted to show you them real quick while this guy was standing up properly. One more little plant update. Mallory wanted to say hi and that she loves her new name. I can't believe that she hasn't had a name this whole time, and she is doing super well. well. She almost has a new leaf. This leaf should open within the next, I don't know, this week definitely. But yeah, she does have a new leaf starting too to say thank you for her new name. I'm gonna put her back real quick as well, and I think I'm gonna finally sew pocket back onto the pants, which will be nice. Now that is a straight line. I did really, really well, and it only took me like 5 minutes. But yeah, both pockets are on now, and I think I'm going to just remove the, where is it? Where is it? There it is. The ankle elastic, because it's so uncomfortable. This should also only take me like maybe 5 minutes, hopefully, to do, because I'm also going to use the handheld sewing machine. So yeah, this should go very, very quickly. Here we go. Oh, the string is actually the blanket border, I guess you can call it, because it's not technically the blanket, it's just the border. But anyway, that's what that was, because I was knitting earlier. Obviously it's a little bit longer, but I didn't feel like sitting down, so I was standing up, and I just put it on my desk, and I completely forgot that that's where I put it. After I last saw you, I did not get a chance to sew the bottom of the pants so that way they won't fray. I did not get a chance to do that because I got a little bit busy and I had quite a few things to do, unfortunately, but I did get the elastic out, and I can see why that was so uncomfortable, because the pants that I currently have on now, just my regular black ones, they also have elastic around the ankles, but it's like a quarter of the size as the ones that were in the new pants. I'm just really hoping, I mean, I can adjust it. I'm gonna be sewing it anyway. I need to try them on and make sure they're not like super long now because of all of that extra fabric. So yeah, I will probably have to take a little bit of the fabric off before I hem them, because otherwise they're gonna be really dragging on the floor. But yeah, I did not get a chance to finish sewing them, but I might get it done later on today. It'll only take a couple seconds because I will be able to use the little handheld sewing machine that I got for Christmas, so that will be nice, having it be a little bit easier. But I am very happy. Oh, I forgot to trim the zinnias too. I didn't even get a chance to do that, so I'll get that definitely later on today because they need to be trimmed. But all the plants are honestly so healthy, especially with it being winter. It's just like last year they seemed to be struggling quite a bit more, and I know it's because I changed all of their containers that they're in this year from the self-watering ones, and now they're in clear ones, and I'm able to take care of them a little bit better, so I know that that has a lot to do with it. But yeah, they're doing a lot better this winter than they did last year. A couple of them are struggling. I don't think a couple of them are going to make it through winter, unfortunately, like my I'm kind of really sad about it, but my cactus, who is, I believe he's like 8 years old, I've had him for a very long time, is very much not doing well, so I'm trying to help the little one feel better, but it's just not really working. So I think that little guy might be almost at the end of its little plant life. And the duckfoot plants, they're okay. They're definitely struggling, but they will make it through winter. Just, you know, at the moment they're not super happy. And my goldfish plant, that one also is one that I don't think is gonna make it through winter. I'm gonna try, but I don't think that one's gonna make it through winter. Most of my plants, which I'm super grateful for, actually I think this is the healthiest that they ever have been, so I guess I've learned quite a bit this past year, and hopefully that little tomato plant that I just trimmed yesterday will grow some roots fairly quickly. I doubt that it will be super fast because the little one was in very rough condition, worse than I thought, honestly, but hopefully it will be able to grow some root and be healthy, because I want to be able to bring quite a few of the tomato plants outside in the spring. I know we have a few months to go, but it's very exciting to get ready for that. And also the pepper plants still have not sprouted. I think it's going to take a while for them, so that's why I wanted to start those seeds so early. And because whenever I do bring them outside in the spring, I want them to be, you know, fairly mature before they go out there, so that way they'll be a little bit more sturdy, if that makes sense. It is very enjoyable knitting this little border because there are so few stitches. It's going so quickly. I don't think this is gonna take long at all. Again, I have to make 2 of them, but I should be able to finish it within the month, I hope, especially if I just kind of randomly pick it up through the day like I did today and knit a few rows. I think that should make it so that it goes fairly quickly. If I don't finish it this month, it's perfectly okay too, because I don't want to rush through knitting the blanket. I still want to be able to enjoy knitting it, which I very much do, but I am excited to finish it. Oh, I have 50 rows on here, so I knit a total of 25. I did not plan that, but I'm gonna knit just a couple more. This is definitely gonna go very quickly. After today, I'm probably not gonna be counting how many rows there are until the very end, just because that's a lot of rows to be counting every day, and I don't use stitch markers. I know I could, but I just don't like them because they're hard and you're knitting something soft, so it's kind of just like, it's annoying, so that's why I don't like them. I do have them though. I have quite a, oops, I do have quite a few of them. They're just not for me. I'd rather just count the rows and keep track of it in my mind as best as I possibly can. That doesn't always work out for me, but you know, it works out most of the time, so I'm happy with that. The last thing that I'll say here real quick before I stop knitting, Mom pointed this out earlier today. I did not notice this, and I was honestly kind of shocked when she did point it out, but the temperature blanket matches, are they in frame? Yes. The sandpipers that I have on the wall, the colors almost match it identically, because the top is technically blue because it's the sky, but there are clouds on the top, and then there's the shade of the like orangey color, and then there's yellow, and then there's a shade of blue, green, and then there's white again. It's the same colors that are in the temperature blanket, and I could not have done that if I tried or if I planned on it, but apparently, yeah, it matches, the temperature blanket matches the sandpipers that are on the wall. I've had that thing for most of my life and I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's just something that has always been there, and you know how it's some things that have always been there, you see them, but you don't like see them, if that makes sense. So that's how my mom noticed it and I didn't. But I just thought it was really cool actually that the blanket matches my little sandpipers back there. That's gonna do it, I think, for the border for today. And this is what it looks like up close, and this is how long it is today. We actually made like pretty good progress. It's literally over half the size as it was yesterday. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and way more importantly, I hope you enjoy your day today no matter what you do. If it's a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you enjoy your day. And as for me tomorrow, it's probably gonna be a busy day for me, and I don't want to say what we're doing yet because I kind of want it to be a surprise, but it's something that I have wanted to do for a very, very long time, and go see really for a very, very long time, but we haven't yet. So that's what I'm probably going to be doing tomorrow, and obviously also knitting the blanket. But yeah, you're gonna have to wait and see what it is until tomorrow because I kind of want to keep it a surprise. But again, yeah, as for today's video, I just hope you enjoyed it, and I really enjoy getting to spend time with you. So just thank you so much for being here and taking time out of your day to spend with me. It means so much. So just, yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow with the next video. Bye. I'll see you later.